The EQUALIZER film series has a huge fan base who are looking forward to watching the fourth part of the series. But are we going to get one? You might have had this thought multiple times. In this video, we are going to talk about the EQUALIZER series and have a word about the EQUALIZER 4. There is a lot that you might need to know. Stay with us till the end to find that out. So let's get started. Does anyone know what's going on with the EQUALIZER? It's cool! This means that Denzel Washington, who played Robert McCall, might not come back after the EQUALIZER 3. At first, the third movie was meant to be the last one for both Denzel and the director, Antoine Fuqua. They were all ready to make a big exit from the show. The movie did so well that there are now rumors of a fourth movie in the series. Everyone is talking about how they could make the EQUALIZER 4 work with Denzel back in it. Fuqua has been giving hints that Denzel's choice will be the most important thing in deciding if the next movie will happen or not. Even before they decide on a plot for the EQUALIZER 4, Fuqua has been bringing up the idea in interviews while pushing the EQUALIZER 3. Fans are very excited and hoping for more because of how well the EQUALIZER 3 did, and Fuqua is ready to go again if Denzel gives him the go-ahead. Everything is set up like a tense ending, and now Denzel has to make his move. Fans are very excited and can't wait for another action-packed movie with Denzel Washington, who is their favorite actor. Fuqua told Entertainment Weekly some interesting news about the EQUALIZER 4 not long ago. He said that there's still a chance of making another movie, but there's a big catch. Denzel has to agree for it to happen. Fans still have hope, even though they don't know what will happen. It's been a thrill to watch the EQUALIZER movies, and the thought of one more movie with Denzel running things makes me hungry. There's no doubt that Fuqua and the fans would love to see another installment, but in the end, Denzel has to make the choice. Denzel Washington has made up his mind that he is done playing Robert McCall in the EQUALIZER movies. He made it clear in a recent interview, "This is the end for me." There is still a chance that the franchise will go on, but Denzel has made it clear that he is done with the part. So the EQUALIZER 3 is probably going to be the last movie with him as McCall. Denzel said in the same interview that not even a big paycheck would be enough to make him change his mind. It's a bit of a sad moment for fans who have loved seeing him in this action-packed role. On the other hand, it's sad to see him leave a role that he did so well with. But it's fun to imagine what new jobs and projects he might take on next. He might change his mind at any time. If a really interesting story comes along that makes him fall in love with the character all over again, he might think about coming back. As things stand now, though, Denzel seems very set on his choice. The EQUALIZER franchise could go in a whole new way or with different actors. Oh, Denzel Washington has been so great in these movies, right? His roles have become famous, and there is no denying his impact on the show. But given his high pay and creative input, it makes sense to wonder if he will want to come back for another movie. His drive must be strong, and the story must be new and interesting to keep him coming back. That being said, Denzel might not be back for EQUALIZER 4, but that doesn't mean the end of the series. There are other ways the story can go that will keep it going. One interesting idea is to move the attention to Emma Collins, played by Dakota Fanning. Do you remember her? She is a member of the DIA and could help carry on McCall's work to help people in need. There might be a little less excitement and more strategic moves with her plan, but it could give the story more depth. Imagine Emma taking on tough cases and beating the bad guys with her skills and smarts. It gives you a chance to try out new plots and see how your characters change. This change could also keep things fresh and interesting for the viewers. Also, who knows, we might even see Denzel show up in small roles. That's a great way to stay connected to the original show and make sure longtime fans are happy. We don't know if Denzel will come back, but the EQUALIZER series has a lot of options. With some new ideas and creativity, the series can continue to do well and keep telling interesting stories. The future of the EQUALIZER series could go in some interesting directions. Making prequel movies is one idea that is being talked about. Antoine Fuqua, who directed the show, has talked about the idea of putting Denzel Washington in a spin-off that would show Robert McCall's past. Denzel Washington's real-life son, John David Washington, could be cast as a younger version of McCall, which is another interesting idea. This may give the series a new look and direction. Even if Denzel Washington doesn't come back for a fourth movie, both of these ideas are good and could keep the series going. The Equalizer movies have done well at the box office. The first two movies each made more than $100 million. The third movie might have a slightly weaker opening weekend, but it's still expected to do well overall. The fact that people are still interested in the action-packed series suggests that there are a lot of fans, which makes the idea of a fourth movie very likely. Think of the beautiful Amalfi Coast with its peaceful mood and stunning views. With all the excitement and drama we've seen so far, now might be a good time for the Equalizer series to go in a new direction. We shouldn't drag McCall back into another dangerous fight. Instead, we should give him a chance to enjoy some well-earned happiness. No matter how it looks, there is still a chance for the Equalizer 4. The director, Antoine Fuqua, has shown in the past that he is willing to try new things. He could use digital effects to make McCall look younger, or he could think about putting Denzel Washington's son, John David Washington, in the part. Right now, these ideas might not seem likely, but they're not impossible if Fuqua decides to come back to the series. The ending of The Equalizer 3 makes it seem like McCall might find peace instead of dying tragically, which opens the door for a new movie. In the next chapter, McCall could either start a new task or do something special to help his friend Collins. But if the story goes this way, it will need a new angle so that it doesn't just repeat the theme of retirement from the last movie. The Equalizer 4 could continue McCall's story in a fun and different way, if Fuqua decides to use computer effects to make her look younger, or if there are big changes to the cast. This would let the show try out new plots while keeping McCall's character interesting and changing. Washington is often thought of as an older, more experienced McCall by his fans. Using technology to change his age might not go over well with people who like how the figure is portrayed now. Fans feel like they know Washington's McCall, and introducing a younger, digitally aged McCall could break that link. Longtime fans who like how Washington plays the role with his maturity and experience might not like this. Another problem is that focusing too much on the old technology could take away from the story. Instead of making McCall's story more interesting, the focus could move to the technical details of how the aging was done. This might make the story and emotional depth that fans love about the show less strong. It's tempting to use old technology to make the series go further, but filmmakers need to think carefully about the creative risks and what fans expect. The Equalizer should stay true to what makes it great in the first place, even if they try new things with spin-offs or prequels to bring Denzel back. What do you think? How should the business go from here? Do share your views in the comments section below. If you enjoyed watching the video, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more such content.